So today we're talking about how to know if, you know, he is commitment material. And of course, we are talking about he because men are childish. Okay, no. But yes, we're talking about how to know if he's commitment material, be it long-term relationship, be it marriage. What are the signs that you should look for?
Yeah.
Discuss 20 marks.
I think it starts from conversations. If it's a first date and you guys are, of course, in a place where you guys can talk about anything, it's a first date. So maybe you can get to know from how's your childhood like. Now you can get to know if this person is a family-oriented person.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, no, now, when you say, yesterday I had a conversation with someone, he's a singer, and we were talking about how marriages are not working. And he was quick to point out how when you're done with the first 1 month, in fact, umejaribu sana. Mwezi moja unafaa ufanye anniversary. So like, mimi naongelelea 10 years. I was like, imagine azifanyi, because right now, marriages, people are just breaking up for no good reason.
Yeah.
So according to him he says, mi marriage mi sioni, mi nitaona tu nikilea watoto wangu nikiwa kwa nyumba yangu nao. So now you see that is someone who has commitment issues. Now if you're having conversations, you will definitely pick it. Now utaka hapo make excuses for them and say, unajua all these excuses we make for this man. If he says things like those, then he's already pointed out that look, I don't want commitment.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm like, first, before need to comment yangu, apparently Guinness doesn't pay guys.
It doesn't?
Yeah, it doesn't pay guys for setting a record or breaking a record. You just have to do everything, but they do recognize you. That's according to an article written last year. Thanks, baby. Okay, I was like, y'all need to correct that. But yeah, apparently they don't pay.
What? I didn't know that. Hey, so ako peke yao.
They don't. Because the article is saying, let me read this. So that means iko kwa Google.
Yeah.
For these reasons, we do not pay record breakers for their achievements or for carrying out a record title attempt. What? We are also unable to cover any expenses of our sponsorship or provide equipment for anyone attempting a record.
Okay, sawa.
So ako peke
Hiyo
yao.
ni disclaimer.
That's last year, March 2020.
Wow.
So they don't pay guys. That time I thought that guys got
Me
paid.
too.
I didn't know
I
mine was
assumed.
involved.
Hata mimi ni by then
Yes,
assume.
yes,
Assumptions ni mbaya. Lack of wisdom.
Yeah.
Google is our friend, but hey, sawa. So, tulikuwa tunaongelelea commitment material.
Yeah.
Sawa. I feel like when you go on a date, it's good to, set the record straight. Okay, atuko kwa Guinness book, lakini it makes sense kwa statement. But more of like, try to understand where that other person is at in his life and what he's looking for and what he wants. Because at the end of the day, unaweza kuomenda date na mtu, huyu mtu maybe ako hapa tu for fun. Huyu mtu ako hapa tu ni ile, twende tu nini, at least nimekujua, then nione kama anaweza enda kupiga sherehe na wewe, but ataki anything else apart from that. So I feel like if you are not in that stage, ile unataka waste time na vitu zenye haujui zinaelekea wapi, just ask him, what are you looking for, you get, and what sort of a person are you looking for, what do you want, because ukiona kidogo fit in kwa bracket, unajua naweza nataka light skin, angaliwe ni dark, you gotta go and give yourself something, you just need to live and just unajua jitoe kwa hiyo situation, because at the end of the day, if you don't understand where someone is at ama what someone is thinking, it becomes you put yourself in a situation which you can't take yourself out of. So it's easier to ask mapema, so that unajua umsay ni mtu ako serious ama ni mtu
mchezo tu.
You can say according to how he speaks and what he says he's looking for, it can tell you a lot about that person.
That's true.
Unajua,
what I know is they can
Priorities.
pretend. You can tell me, me I know men can
My
pretend
God.
if they want to get into your pants. They'll say what works for them because they already know what kind of a person you are. So they become that person for a particular period until they get what they want.
Yeah, that's why I told you, don't give men direct answers when they ask you what you're looking for. Generalize. Say chivalrous, kind. Financially stable, usiwaambie direct. But for me, I think you need to find out where his state of mind is. You know what I mean? By the time you guys are not even on the first date, by the time you're dating this person, you're like, oh, this is someone I like. I kind of like see a future with him. By the time you feel like you can have those conversations, start gauging his like state of mind. He's like, don't ask too directly. I mean, you can, but try and find out what's your plan for 5 years? See if he puts you in those plans. Because if he doesn't, then he's clearly not ready for it. But a question that I usually ask very directly is like, where are you on marriage? Because me, I know I'm very ready for marriage, and if you're not, tunasumbuana tu for nothing. You know what I mean? That one I'll definitely ask directly. But the best way I feel is to ask him what his plans for the near future is, and if he puts you in that plan, because he'll end up saying something like, I see us getting a house or buying a house. But if he says me, I see myself buying a house, I'll go your plan.
Yeah,
I get what I mean.
When you listen, if you're very keen, ama you pay attention to how they speak, you of course will fake it all through.
At some point, the mask will fall off.
Exactly. Then you're going to catch 1, 2, 3 things. Then you're like, okay. So ukisikiza conversation, if you're part of that future, you'll know.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm thinking we, the we.
Yeah. We, us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But saying ikiwa ni mse mwenye kidogo yuko sure where you stand ama kama in future nataka kuwa na wewe. Conversation itakuwa like, I want to do, I want to. Yani your opinion kwa anything is doing, it's not gonna matter. Even to it's a man's side today. So your opinion, it doesn't matter. Hata kuuliza anything, get whatever tuka kufanya is just going to do it. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you think, what you suggestion yako is just your suggestion. It doesn't matter to him.
But do you think that's a conversation you should have on a first date?
No.
Because honestly, later. Because the first date, you can't bombard him with all these questions, you know.
By the time you're maybe like a year in, you can tell where this thing is going. Or even 3 months in, you can tell where this thing is going. And people change. Maybe they grow in a different direction. But the minute you feel like I'm comfortable enough in this relationship to bring up these conversations, bring them up. It's easier to have the hard conversations now rather than 5 years down the line and then you're like, you never told me. And then 5 years down the line, you never told me you didn't want to get married. You didn't ask. You know what I mean?
But I feel like as much as hata kama ni day one, that's what I'm saying. It depends where you're at in your life. Unaget? Kuna mse bado, ayata kidate mtu ako tu like me bado niko sherehe. Like I need another 3 years. Ni parambulate. I do whatever I want to do before I think of, settling and being someone. Unaget? So depending with where you are at. If you want something serious, just be direct. Okay, so what are we doing? Because at the end of the day, that gives you clarity of where you stand as a person in that relationship and with that person. Because kuna vitu zenye, if me and you are just having fun. Kuna conversations that fake kwa nazo. You should never ask me where I'm going, who am I talking to, what am I doing. Like, it's none of your business. Because we've made it clear from the start.
That's true. And I feel when it comes to the dating phase, you know, before you get into the relationship, there's the period of courtship, which a lot of people in this generation are not doing. That's why we are failing at marriages. The courtship period. If someone is looking for you for a second date, a third date, planning your dates. This is someone who has good intentions for you. Hakwambi where you at, uko ati come to chill. He has to be very intentional with spending time with you. That's how you know, okay, now we can go past the courtship and start, being in a relationship. So the courtship part is very important. That's why you know someone's behavior.
Also there's so many people that are carrying traumas from their childhood. So for you, when you basically talk about your childhood, telling this man, oh, me, I grew up with this and this, my brothers are like this, you're setting precedents for him to also ask questions and also you get answers from him as well because you're also feeding him with answers. So I feel like the conversation also should also start from you. Like, my childhood growing up was like this. How was yours like? You know. But you let us know. 111 is our SMS line. We are here waiting for Izo Maneni. Can we move to Advice Spot?
Yes, let's move on.
Yes, let's move on to Advice Spot.